And singing it today brings me right back to all the feelings of that moment, the love, the care, the community. One song has the ability to bring back all of those feelings. Music is so powerful. Have you seen the videos from French musician Plume? Anyone? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. He is a singer and songwriter who brings his guitar to farms and zoos and animal sanctuaries. Yes. He plays for the animals. He sets up in a space away from the animals usually. He sits in a chair and he just starts to play songs on his guitar. Pink guitar. And after a very short time, the animals get curious and they come closer to see what's happening. And you can see them listening and exploring. And sometimes they get very close. Goats come up and they lick the strings. Alpacas have rested their heads on his shoulder. A giraffe licked his hand. Lemurs placed their paws on his hands. Rhinos came close and they made quiet squeaking noises. If you need a dose of feel-good endorphins, watch some of these videos. They are amazing. And the comments on his videos capture the power for people too. One comment said, "We need a satellite that will broadcast this around the world because it would soothe the souls and anger and pain if only people would stop for 1 second and realize what's really important." Another example I love, have you seen London musician Jacob Collier leading an orchestra? In one viral video, this improvisational artist, who, by the way, also says that being in tune is way overrated. He leads an audience at a concert as if it's an orchestra. So he coaches one section to make rhythm and another section to do what sounds like slightly discordant humming, and then another part of the audience to make a consistent tone. And it eventually comes together in a beautiful stadium of collective effervescence, with many in the audience crying at how powerful it is. It's really magical. One day when I was working at Sutter Medical Center in Sacramento, which is a very busy hospital, where I was serving in the pastoral care unit, I visited a family whose loved one was actively dying. And they had been playing music for him throughout the day. One of his favorites was Johnny Cash. And as the time of his passing grew closer, we all circled tightly around his bed. And I will never forget the feeling. Each of us had our hands on this loved one, and we were all singing, "I fell into a burning ring of fire." And we were all laughing and crying. Music is a prayer. It does something to us. Whether it's the release of endorphins or the feeling of connection with others, it taps into the deepest levels of what it means to be alive. It evokes a feeling that words alone simply can't. One of my favorite worship experiences was not in a church, and it wasn't on a Sunday. As part of my work with the Unitarian Universalist College of Social Justice and the Living Legacy Project, over the last decade, I have led multiple pilgrimages and experiential learning opportunities to sacred sites around the United States and the world. And they have all been very deeply impactful for participants and for myself. And on one such pilgrimage, I was leading a multi-generational group of participants to places in the southern United States that were sites of importance to the civil rights movement. I've talked about some of that work before. Throughout the day, we had listened to very tragic and also uplifting stories, and we had visited places where you could viscerally feel the depth of history. And we had wrestled with systemic oppression and racism and our complicity in current inequities and violence and our call to support transformation. And we were staying at a hotel in a small town, and we didn't have a meeting place for our evening reflection time. So we as facilitators decided that we would meet outside, kind of by the pool. And the group gathered at the pool area, and since there was no place for us all to sit, and we felt the deep desire to be together in community, we spaced ourselves out around the outside of the pool, with most people sitting at the edge and dipping their feet in while we reflected together. And we took turns sharing the experiences of the day and feeling the heaviness of the connections of history and racism and oppression. And it felt hard to say much, and so we sort of fell silent around the pool. And then spontaneously into the silence, someone just started singing, "We Shall Overcome." And by the end, we all sat around the pool, arms interlocked and tears flowing, and feeling so empowered to continue the work of transformation in our world. As I share these stories, you are likely remembering your own, or at least ones that you have heard about that touched your heart or filled you with courage and commitment, or just acted as a prayer that moved through your body. The next song that we're going to sing is one of those. It emerged like a prayer from an artist in Minneapolis, Annie Schlafer. As one local organizer said, under federal occupation, Minneapolis has been going through immense pain and rage and grief. But they said, when they come at us with violence, we fight back with love, because we still have space in our hearts, they said, for ICE agents who are willing to walk away from the path of violence and take accountability for the harm that they have caused. So as we sing this next song, I invite you to let it work its magic on you, to send the song out towards any hate that we might confront here personally, locally. Let the singing move whatever pain and rage and grief might be held in your bodies and move it out into the world as love and joy.
It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. Hello. Thank you. So I am going to talk just to tell a really brief story about how music has moved me and has been moving throughout my life. And I kind of wanted to start with a time when I think I was 8 or 9, and I was just starting to take piano lessons. And I decided, I was like, hey, how cool would it be to like do something in the community? And my piano teacher was like, let's get all the students to do it. So we had the whole piano studio go out to local nursing homes around Christmas time, and we did Christmas caroling and brought a keyboard. And I mean, maybe 10 older individuals came and listened to us 8 to 14-year-olds singing Christmas carols and playing wrong notes on the piano. And I was just like, oh, this is kind of weird. I don't know if I ever want to do that again. But then as I got older, and she kept having us do it, and I would hear things like people would start calling and say, hey, can you guys come back and do that? That was really moving for a lot of the residents that like just don't get that to experience music and don't have a lot of family at the holidays that come and visit them. And that was my first real experience of like, wow, music can make a difference in people's lives. So that was a big thing with this past Christmas. We went Christmas caroling and we're attempting to collect cans, and it was fun. But then for a second there, I was like, oh, that was weird, going up to people's doors and knocking on them and singing Jolly Old St. Nicholas and asking for cans of baked beans. But we got a handful of stuff, and it was a really exciting experience for me anyways. So that's a little synopsis of how music has impacted me and people around me.
Hello. So I am going to talk about music and how it has been a vessel in my life through many, many things. I mean, whatever I can in a few minutes, of course. When I was 10, I did my first solo at one of the churches I went to. And it was actually kind of it was like a holiday Christmas performance, and the adult that was supposed to sing the solo didn't show up. She just never showed. And so our director was like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And I was like, well, I know that song. And she's like, well, just sing it. And so I just sang it, and I just sang it. And she was like, yep, go ahead, sing it. And from that moment on, I went up until that moment, I just was kind of this invisible kid that just functioned through the congregation just how I was supposed to. I showed up, I said my prayers, I put my quarter in the offering plate, and I just was like, yeah, this is my life. And then I sang that solo, and suddenly it was people knew who I was. And it was weird. I was like, this is weird. I don't like this at all. I didn't like it at all. I was like, make it stop. But it didn't stop. It just kept going. I just kept getting asked more and more to do solos. And then by the time I was 16, I wanted to be a worship leader, of course, in the churches that I grew up in. which were very highly Christian nationalist. So I had this, vision of what my life would be like. And I told my youth pastor, I said, I'm so excited. I want to be a worship leader. And he says, you can't be a worship leader. You're a woman. And I just stood there and was like, what? What? But why? If this is part of who I am, if this is my soul's calling, if this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing, is leading something with music, why would God put that on my heart? Oh, he's preparing your heart for your husband that's going to be a worship leader. Well, I'm 40, I'm not married, and I'm leading music, so So needless to say, music has been, I guess, everything for me. It's been a life support in the storm. It's even been something that I discarded for a while. For a few years, I was like, I'm done with music. I never want to be a musician. And friends of mine were like, yeah, okay, sure, okay. You go rebel. We'll find you later. So it's really been a visceral vessel for me. It's something that is elemental and necessary for my genetic well-being to thrive. It is what feeds me. For me, it's an element. I guess there's the fifth element. I see the fifth element as music. It connects me with people. It's given me, I guess maybe at 10, I felt kind of like I was in this bubble of respect that I'd never experienced before. And it's allowed me to be like, no, I have a voice. I don't need to stand behind a man and have my voice spoken for me. I can use my voice, and I can use music to change the world how it needs to be changed. So thank you for hearing me, and thank you for music. Okay.
Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Ooh, ooh, my dear,
I invite you to let this song hold our prayers this morning.
the dawn. O Lord, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on.
I'm Sarah. Pronouns are she, her. Music has always been a very important part of my life. I've sung in this choir for quite a while. I've sung in my church for pretty much since I was 8 years old. I've sung in barbershop groups. I've sung in international competitions before. And I like to brag that I have a 3-octave voice. So you can hear me once in a while. I'm really loud. But I believe that music is one of the best expressions of divinity possible. I believe that there's super strings that vibrate, that actually add frequencies that make reality. That is my theory. And this church has been one of the greatest resources of my life. It's actually helped me to find who I really am and discover exactly who I am going to be. 2 songs that you probably know of. I hope I can mention them, but if you've ever heard of a group called Supertramp, a song called The Logical Song is the actual story of my life. And then there was a song by Casey Musgraves called Rainbow, and that song actually made me come out. I'm not gonna cry, but I believe that this church is a sanctuary, and I believe that this church is one of the most important parts of this community for music. And if you want to keep it going, remember, it doesn't do it for free. We've got to put money in the plate. Sorry, there's my commercial. And I will always thank all of you so very much for being here for me. Thank you.
As long as there have been people making music. Some say that our bodies themselves carry the DNA, an imprint of the memory of past generations making music together. People have sung their theology, they have remembered their true selves, and passed messages through music. People have made space for people to tap into their courage, release their anger, shout their sarcasm and snark, and connect to the earth and to each other. The examples are endless, and the songs being birthed during this moment in time are part of a long legacy. Jewish composer, ritual leader, and educator Rena Branson wrote the next song that we will learn. Her music, she says, invites us to slow down, listen more deeply to ourselves and to each other, explore our voices along with our fear and shame, and then to replenish our energy for transformation. And some of you will have heard this story. I hope you don't mind me sharing it again. I learned this song while I was in Minneapolis. We went to visit a church that is in the center of one of the neighborhoods that has been traumatized by the presence of ICE agents. Federal agents have made it so that leaving your home for work or school or grocery shopping is a terrifying experience. And this particular church has made it their mission to be there for the community with joy and care and mutual aid and love. It is truly a model of practicing what you preach. And we learned this next song called Our Power. And then we moved through the streets of the neighborhood singing this song because, as the pastor said, folks need to be reminded of love and care, that people love and care for them. And shortly after we returned to the church, after wandering the neighborhood singing, we came back to the church to listen to a panel of local organizers. And while we were at that panel, the congregation went on lockdown. A neighbor had been abducted by ICE agents, and the people who were there with them had been rushed to the church basement where we were to be cared for in the clinic that had recently been created out of necessity, just because of what was happening in the world. And so we sat in the room together, and in the basement, people were being cared for. And there were absolutely no good words to say in that moment. And so in this room of faith leaders and local organizers, we sang again this song as a prayer for the folks who had just been through this traumatizing experience. They could hear us. We sang it for them, and we sang it for us, and we sang it out for the world, for all of humanity. So as we sing it this morning, I hope you will absorb it in that kind of way.
We will not underestimate our power any longer. We know that together we are strong. We will not underestimate our power any longer. We know that together we are strong. Like drops of water, shape the like drops of water, shake the rocks as they rush down the falls. We know that together we are strong. Like drops of water, shape the rocks as we rush down the falls. We know that together we are strong.
I hope you think of the music that inspires you, helps you spread your wings, and gives you comfort and gives you joy. I just have to insert, when I was growing up, there were such things as an LP. If you know what an LP is, no, you don't clap. You don't, no. But the one I used to drive my folks crazy was the 18th 12 Overture, only because of boom, boom at the end. And the other one was the cast album of West Side Story. And I'm old enough to actually have seen the original production. So remember the song America. That's maybe what we need to think about. This is a time in our service, of course, when we share our bounty one with another. Again, it's through your generosity that UUFN is self-sufficient. So if each of us steps forward and offers what we can, we provide a support for what we do for each other and the wider community. We share, of course, our bounty with a nonprofit. This month, it's the Veterans Alliance USA of Reno. They're a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting homeless and disabled veterans in the northern Nevada region. Their mission is to build a stronger community that contributes with resources and housing for our veterans. We truly believe that our veterans deserve more than just a thank you. The screen, of course, will offer different ways that you can give and donate. I like the phrase, lift up as you go, give as you grow. And now, may the offering begin. Please join me as we bless these offerings to the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in faith, justice, and joy. We dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings. And now it's time for announcements. Of course, there are plenty of announcements in your program, but they are available online. They're available through other means as well. Again, the best way to get through the scary and unpredictable times we're living in is together, together, together. If you enjoy opportunities to meet other movers and shakers of change in Northern Nevada, don't miss the mixer for the apocalypse. I don't know, it just sort of makes you want to. All right. The mixer for the apocalypse here at 5:30 this coming Tuesday, the 17th. There will be snacks, singing, learning, and connecting. Plus, we'll finally be doing our screen printing in preparation for the No Kings March. Then join us to fill your spirituality cup at the spring equinox and ancient holiday of Ostara celebration hosted by our UUFNN Cups Circle. We will celebrate with song, ceremony, and lore the coming of spring and the balance of the equinox. Family friendly and a lovely way to welcome the Earth's awakening and gifts our Mother brings. All are welcome, valued, and celebrated. That's 6 p.m. on Saturday, the 21st, right here. Potluck to follow. Please bring a side or a small donation. When we meet, we feast. Okay, stewardship update from Philip, please.
Good morning. My name is Philip Moore, and I'm here as your stewardship chair, and I go by pronouns he and him. Well, I'm happy to announce that we're well over halfway to our goal for the campaign, so we're making very good progress, so that's really exciting. I want to thank the 97 people that have so far been able to join us for the cottage meetings. They've been a lot of fun. And I want to thank Lois and Dave, but mostly Lois, for doing all of the work to get you all to those cottage meetings. Now, don't fret if you haven't had a chance to attend. We have one immediately following service today in the Star King room in the other building. There will be cinnamon raisin scones, so not to bribe you in any particular way, but we do hope to see you there. Now, if you haven't had a chance to turn in your pledge, really would appreciate if we can get that as soon as possible. I saw a lot of them in the offering basket. Thank you. Appreciate that. And please get those in. You either can hand them to us or email them to stewardship@UUFNN or enter them online in Realm. I will let you know that our enforcer, Marcy Edelman, will be on the phones this week with her team. Really, just please, if she calls, respond. Even if you don't plan to pledge, let her know that so we don't have to keep bothering you, because she is responsible for making sure her and Guido get all the information to me. And last but not least, I really want to thank you all for your generosity. It's been remarkable this year, and I appreciate it. And I look forward to telling you how we did next week. So thank you.
As if there is one more meeting to attend, there is, and that is talk to the board after the meeting today, and that will be in the library room. Now, there are a couple of mutual aid needs. The Reno Posse needs your help If you're great at making spaghetti, please consider helping. By the way, that's one thing I can do is make spaghetti. We need donations of drinks for the folks we serve. And we are low on gift cards again. Gift cards are distributed to all in need of small support like gas, food, and prescriptions. Drop them in the basket or give them to any of the staff. Thank you for your generosity with each other.
We walk the same ground, but we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, but we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same we've been torn apart. We've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part. We walk the same ground, we've been torn apart. Put down your weapons, come sing your part.
Body or spirit, as we close out our service together. And we will, of course, be singing our benediction today. So you can connect with one another, but I also want you to be in a position where you can stomp your feet or clap your hands or do whatever you need for our benediction song. As we extinguish our chalice today, may this music, may our prayers, may our courage remain in our hearts.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made.
We're gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back. We're gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Moving proudly.
We're gonna keep on moving proudly. Keep on moving proudly. Keep on moving proudly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Singing loudly.
Gonna keep on singing loudly. Keep on singing loudly. Keep on singing loudly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Loving boldly.
We're gonna keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Reach across our borders.
We're gonna reach across our borders. Reach across our borders. Reach across our borders. Never turning back. Never turning back.
End the occupations.
We're gonna end the occupations. End the occupations. End the occupations. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Stop these wars together.
We'll go together. Stop these wars together. Stop these wars together. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Rainbow threads.
We're gonna weave our lives with rainbow threads. Weave our lives with rainbow threads. Weave our lives with rainbow threads. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Keep on moving forward.
Gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Thank you all. I hope you learned some cool songs today and can use them to your advantage.
There's a birthday party for Samantha.
There's a
out in
birthday
the
party for
gathering